So Wendy Williams' ex, Kevin Hunter, aka Kelvin Hunter, is still apparently in a lot of debt. Now, according to Radar Online, he's being sued by his credit card company for owing over $20,000. You know, we just reported on Kelvin Hunter selling it all, selling his cars, selling his home for over $1 million. But apparently the fallout from his financial situation continues because, as you know, he no longer has his ex-wife, Wendy Williams, supporting his lifestyle.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you can see, I'm still not back at home, not back in my studio. If you're a member of the channel, you know exactly what I've been doing over the weekend. So shout out to the members of the channel. To become a member, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. Just a fun bonus perk of being a member of the channel. Shout out to our Royal Court members and Senior Royals. We appreciate you guys as well. All right, so enough of that. As you know, we've been covering the whole Wendy Williams situation for the last couple of years and the fallout from the situation. But the particular point, the point that a lot of you always want updates on is how is Wendy doing? However, the last thing that we reported on, according to her management, Will Selby, Wendy is in a wellness facility. We also just did a recent for members only collab with Femtaro where we pulled cards on what's going on with Wendy Williams, and you would be surprised at some of the things that Femtaro predicted. But the other story that we recently did on Wendy Williams' ex, Kelvin Hunter, aka Kevin Hunter, was about his financial situation. He was selling his homes. He was selling, well, his home, I should say. He was selling his home. He was selling his cars, his very expensive cars. And this comes from the recent dismissal of his lawsuit against Wendy Williams because he wanted his alimony reinstated. For those that have been under a rock, his alimony had been stopped once this Wells Fargo situation went under a guardianship. As you know, Wendy Williams' financial guardian is overseeing all of her finances, but really like all of her life. According to Will Selby, in his statement to the press, he was saying that they can't do anything without going to the guardianship, according to him. But one of the stipulations in the divorce agreement between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter was that if her financial situation changed, meaning that she was no longer on her daytime talk show, she wasn't making the same amount of money, that his alimony, his divorce settlement would either change and it would become less, they would have to make adjustments to it, or it would stop completely. So apparently it has stopped completely. And since that money has stopped, Kelvin Hunter seems to be in distress. Part of the reason why he has launched this lawsuit against Wendy Williams. And now, as I said to you before, that was dismissed and told for them to go into mediation. No update on what is happening with that. Well, as I said to you before, in our last video, we covered all of the debts. He owed over $800 something to his HOA. From what we hear, that has now been paid. And I pointed out in that last video, why couldn't you pay? You made millions of dollars with Wendy Williams. You were an executive producer. You were her manager. So you were getting money from the show and you were getting money as her management. And they've done so many other things as a part of being part of this show. And yes, I get it. He likes to live this big luxurious lifestyle. But apparently not only was he living a big luxurious lifestyle, he was living a second life with Sharina Hudson. And there were rumors on the street that they're married. There were rumors recently that they had broken up. As you know, they also have a child. So that means if they have broken up, he's going to have to pay child support.
Can y'all believe this?
So let's get into what Radar is reporting in regards to this now 5-figure debt that Kevin Hunter owes. So they write this. They said Wendy Williams' ex, Kevin Hunter, was hit with a lawsuit accusing him of refusing to pay up on a credit card bill. They said, according to court documents, UBS Bank filed a civil lawsuit against Kevin, aka Kelvin Hunter, on June 26 in a Florida court. They said in the lawsuit, UBS said that Kevin applied for a Visa signature card in 2014. The bank said that Kevin breached the deal by failing to make required payments. Even the minimum payment, a minimum payment on $20,000. I'm trying to figure out how much that would be, but it makes me wonder what else. What else exactly is he not paying that he's not paying this? Because the last thing you want to do, even pay the minimum so you do not affect your credit. But apparently things are really bad. They said as of March 28, 2023, UBS said that Kevin owed $20,176.83 plus their attorney's fees. They said the defendant has failed to make the minimum monthly payments by the payment due date as required by the card member agreement. This is like everyday people's problems. I mean, look, I don't know if any of you owe $20,000 on a credit card. Some of you might. And you'll let me know approximately how much that monthly payment would be. I can't think of it because I don't have any credit cards with that amount of money, owed on it. Oh, wait a second though. Let me think. No, I'm thinking, I mean, look, it's going to vary from card to card, and loan to loan. But I've had like loans where it's about that amount. And even that monthly payment is not a lot for someone that was once a multi-millionaire. UBS said it notified Kevin on January 23rd and March 1st of 2023 of his default. I'm sure they did. They probably was ringing his phone off a hook like they were doing Croy and Kim Bierman. They said despite UBS's bank's demands, defendant has failed and refuses to pay the outstanding account balance. You know that as we are making this video, they are probably calling, you know how they have the automated system calling his phone? My goodness. The suit demands that Kevin pay the entire $20,000 owed plus additional costs. The address listed on the credit card paperwork is where Kevin and his partner, Sharina Hudson, live. The home that they're now selling for over $1.something million. And according to our friends over at Chronicle Speaks, there was a deal in place. However, they were still taking possible other offers. So not sure what the update is in regards to that. I haven't been able to, I need to go over to our friends over at Chronicle Speaks to see if the house was sold. I don't think so, because I think I would have seen a notification. So Kevin was accused of having an affair with Sharina, as you know, while married to Wendy. The alleged mistress pregnancy allegedly led Wendy to file for divorce. The lawsuit comes as Kevin suffered a setback in his fight for alimony payments from Wendy. They write, as we previously reported, the entertainer has been in a battle over her fortune for years. I don't know if they've been in a battle over her fortune for years. I guess you can think that because this Wells Fargo situation definitely is probably over a year now. And it's not going to be something, once you're in a guardianship, it's really hard, as we saw with the Britney Spears situation. And I know I've missed a lot of different stories. The Britney slap situation, I saw the video. I was like, I wasn't sure. I was like, if there wasn't video, I'm like, oh God. And I was just like, he said, she said. But I saw the video and I don't understand. I don't care if it was Britney Spears or just any old fan coming up. There was no contact. Anyways, we'll talk about that once we get back to doing our Tuesday takeover, because there's a lot of stories we gotta just at least revisit. Okay, Keke Palmer, what's going on with that man? She's probably like, I don't know. Anyways, so back to this. So this whole situation with Kevin Hunter, I believe this is not going to be the last story that we're talking about. If anything, at least his home didn't go into foreclosure that we know of, like the Biermans. It looks like he's trying to get ahead of his financial situation, but I don't know, Kelvin. I don't understand why you do not have millions of dollars in your own bank account. If Wendy is able to have at least something to survive off of for the rest of her life, you were an executive producer of this show. I don't understand how you do not have your own. But I also understand if you live above your means, and you have been living above your means, and you're supporting not just yourself, but a whole other woman and child, and you probably didn't think that piggy bank, that is AKA Wendy Williams, was ever going to go anywhere because he'd been having this affair for like 15 years, allegedly. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts on the whole situation with Kelvin. I want to know your thoughts on the whole situation that I just mentioned, Keke Palmer. and the whole situation with Britney Spears. We can talk a little bit about it in the comment section. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on specifically, though, the Kelvin Hunter situation. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.